Republicans are willing to go up to a line in terms of breaking with the president, but they don't want to be critical of him, and certainly Mitch McConnell is not going to be in that situation.
Right. All right. Well, this was all sparked because of this interview that the president gave to ABC News. And in a new clip that was rolled out today, we also heard President Trump talking about his former White House counsel, Don McGahn, and he responded to the lines in the Mueller report that McGahn stopped Trump multiple times from firing Robert Mueller. Take a listen.
I was never going to fire Mueller. I never suggested firing Mueller.
That's not what he says.
Excuse, I don't care what he says. It doesn't matter. That was to show everyone what a good counsel he was.
But why would Don
But
McGahn
we had a
lie?
business.
Why would he lie under oath? Why would he lie
because he
under oath
wanted to
Robert
make
Mueller?
himself look like a good lawyer, or he believed it because I would constantly tell anybody that would listen, including you, including the media, that Robert Mueller was conflicted.
Joe, what do you think of that? Was McGahn lying to make himself look good?
That doesn't make sense at all. No. And this is so interesting because normally when you have a client who's under investigation, or in this case possible impeachment, you want to move things past. You want to do what the Republicans in the Senate are doing and saying, case closed, let's move it behind us. The president seems to just relish in bringing this up. And not only that, Don McGahn holds a really vital position in terms of what he knows. So for the president of all people to be calling him out and effectively calling him a liar, terrible strategy. I mean, any defense counsel would go crazy if their client was doing this sort of thing.
So, Phil, if he thinks that Don McGahn lied, why doesn't he let him testify? Why are they putting pressure on him to not respond to these subpoenas to testify in front of Congress?
Well, I can't figure this out because if I'm sitting there, Don McGahn, you keep hearing this phrase, executive privilege. I want to prevent people from testifying. I'm a private citizen now. I left government years ago. Don McGahn is a private citizen. If the CIA told me I couldn't testify, if the White House tells Don McGahn he can't testify, if I were him, I'd say, you just impugned my integrity. That's really important for my legal practice. I have to sit face to face with a client and say, I will represent you honorably. The president is almost putting the ball in the tee for McGahn to say, I have no option but to defend my honor. I think McGahn's going to appear publicly at some point, and it won't go well for the president.
We have yet to hear from McGahn. Phil Mudd, Julie Hirschfeld-Davis, Joe Moreno, thanks very much. All right, well, still ahead, a federal agency says that Kellyanne Conway broke the law and should be fired. Why President Trump says